myself by choice, trying to get a bit of silence in the wall of your noise. I'm a coward 'cause I know that I can't say no to a life around here that I don't even own. Where I was born and raised was concrete in the rain. I never thought I'd want a quiet life until you came my way. I never knew that I would need to get away for a quiet life today. Oh, I need to get away for a quiet life today. Streets and crowded rooms. I never thought I'd want a quiet life until I met you. But you know that I won't go, 'cause I'm a coward, don't you know? I'm a coward, don't you know this? I'm a coward, don't you know this? I'm a coward, don't you know this? Oh, don't you know? Oh, don't you know? We're bringing in the orchestra. Alright, this is Spartak. I was leaving in the early hours of the morn when I saw you looking back at me. With those sunken eyes of scorn, you pursed up your lips, you rose up your chin, and tried discomfort at my state. I couldn't help but grin. At the party you were talking academic matters. Don't you know that none of that stuff really matters? And none of that stuff really matters. Don't climb onto that high horse, 'cause the saddle doesn't fit you. I'll only cast the first stone if I'm sure that it will hit you. Ah, you know better than me. 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 Well, you can follow your fashions, you can follow your creeps, and I feel sorry for you for feeling sorry for me. Well, you touch your lips at vagrants' tricks, but you know you do the same as them. So I'll raise a glass and I'll raise it fast to know that when your bolts are on your chest, that's when you know you're real friends. Ah, you know better than me. 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 Ah, you know better than me.
dedicate that to the singer with our session guest this evening. We are delighted to welcome Shame back to the show. Evening, fellas.
Hello. Hey, thank you for having us.
It's lovely to have you back on the programme. Yesterday I was doing some reading up, scouring some old press clippings yesterday, and I found an article.
As you do.
I'm very diligent when it comes to prepping interviews. But I found there was an article where, Charlie, you were talking about, I think you listed some albums and artists that had been important to you when you were growing up, and Bowie's Ziggy Stardust was amongst the albums.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? While you were playing that, I was thinking, you've actually kind of set us up to fail, because now we've got to play our songs after Bowie. So it's a double-edged sword there.
It's a hard act to follow, yeah.
But yeah, we all love Bowie, yeah.
Do you think you had a good musical upbringing?
Yeah, I think I was very lucky. I mean, I remember the first song that kind of changed my perspective on music was In Every Dream Home a Heartache by Roxy Music.
Right.
And so that's a pretty good way to start. It was like my mum was Dylan and Beatles and stuff like that, and my dad was Roy Orbison and Django Reinhardt, so it was pretty different. And then when we started the band, we found out about the Gun Club and the Stooges. So
yeah, I was going to say, do you have this in common? Does everyone in the band? Do you think everyone had a reasonably decent musical foundation? I'm always slightly jealous, you see, having grown up with parents who had no real relationship with pop music of any sort. To find people who, my dad's got a complete collection of, X record, Bob Dylan's, or the Byrds or the Velvet Underground or someone. But did everyone in the band have a decent education in music?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, pretty much all of us grew up together as well. So we were always sharing music. I remember Sean's dad showing us Stiff Little Fingers, watching that on YouTube,
right.
And stuff like that. And then
sang in a Led Zeppelin cover band.
Yeah, that's Josh, Mum, in a Led Zeppelin cover band.
I
did not know that about
a general cover band where they did Led Zeppelin songs.
Wow.
Yeah, and here we are.
Can't believe this is how I'm finding out about that.
Live on the radio, dropping bombs.
Yeah.
You see, one of the reasons I mention this is because a Shame to me have always, even right from the very start, I always thought you were a bunch of possibilities, that there was, because of all the ideas, obviously everyone could play and everyone had ideas and there was so much you could do, and I didn't know where you would take all the ideas that you had. But in some ways, this new album is the record that I always hoped you'd arrive at some point. And I don't know how you feel about it, whether you feel the same, that you've worked your way through various stages of Shame to get here where you are with this record.
Yeah, I think we're all proud of everything we've done, but I think this one is possibly, it's confident. Some might say arrogant and cocky, but, I think we've been lucky enough to start, we started this band when we were 16, 17, and we're 4 albums in and we've gone through a lot of stuff. And I think with this one, we just wanted to chop off the fat and make one of the best albums for a live show possible. And yeah, we're just really excited to play it.
Yeah, you sound utterly at home in this set of songs. That's how it comes across. We'll talk a bit more about this new album after your first track this evening. What are you going to start with?
Well, talking of arrogance, we're going to start with the title track, Cutthroat.
It is Shame live on Six Music. Yeah, our session guest this week, previewing songs from the new record, which is out next month, and that's the title track, Cutthroat, from Shame in Session. Just for context then, can you tell us a little bit about writing and recording this album? Because there are lyrical themes, I think, on the record which suggest that the songs were written within a reasonably short space of time. It feels like you were somewhere in a moment. But how did it come together?
Well, yeah, it's interesting you said that with the lyrics. I was pretty much writing all the lyrics when we were actually in the studio recording, which never done before. Came in with ideas for melodies and lyrics and stuff like that, but then actually sat down and worked on them there. And the producer, John Congleton, our dear friend, who produced this album, his whole thing with this record was trying to find, the identity of the song. I'm sure people might be rolling their eyes at that, but it was quite helpful.
I feel it,
me.
Man.
And so it was quite he was, this kind of idea of Cutthroat was kind of honed in the studio of, we would take out sections, we would speed stuff up. It was kind of a no-fat idea. And with all of that, with the lyrics and stuff, it was once I got a line, usually it could stem from a chorus or something like that. It was okay, well, this is that. I knew I wanted to write about paradoxes and contradictions and sort of, I don't know, sort of not, interesting characters, contradictory characters. But then I think also there's sort of that other part which I think has remained throughout Shame, which is just this sort of chubby teenage loser version of myself trying to tell everyone to go away. So, that also kind of remains there. But yeah.
And so what you wanted to achieve, you've alluded to this before you played that track, that you wanted songs that you could play live. Was that a joint mindset? Was that something that you were aiming for?
Well, I think, yeah, we all had that idea. I remember, like, when we'd be doing set lists and stuff, when we were touring Food for Worms, our last album, we might be having to sort of take a song from the first album and sort of like that to speed it back up. And we were like, why don't we just write some faster songs? But I think what naturally happens with us is that you might write songs in a practice room a bit slower, and sometimes it can help you get a melody. And then when we sort of brought it in, and John would be like, okay, let's speed that up. He was sort of had the quite nice idea of, what would you want to see at a gig? What would you want to perform live and stuff? And so...
Yeah, I think what he discovered as well is we kind of tend to overcomplicate things slightly sometimes. The song would have 6 or 7 sections, and he would kind of just be like, Why are you doing that?
Well, that's the thing I was thinking, because it's not like you were labouring the point, but there is a liberation. There just feels like there's less pressure on the songs, and there's a musical freedom, which is kind of in some ways a return to your first record.
Yeah, I think so. And I think also there were some influences. I mean, there's a wide variety. We all listen to different things and sort of, so there might have even been a bit of Scissor Sisters in there, a bit of this, but there was also references like the Gun Club and the Cramps and stuff like that. And with some of the songs, the two we're going to play you next, actually, like Quiet Life and Spartak, which are a bit more simple. It was looking at how these bands we sort of greatly admire managed to take quite straight to the point things, but sort of put a bit of an interesting spin on them as well. And so that was, we sort of really discovered
Amplifier
that in the studio.
chords.
Well, we hope we did.
Just back on the lyrics for a second, just because I don't know, as well as the music has come through various stages to get here, but also it feels like lyrically it's gone through. You've gone through different periods of your life already. The intensity of the late teens going into your 20s, but now there's enough.
And going back into my teens.
Yeah, but with experience though, with experience and maybe a little bit of time to start thinking about where you are in life and what's real and what's important and what's achievable and what's fair and what's unfair. For a generation who wanted maybe more than they've got or want too much. All those feelings come out in this record.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I think one of the big themes of the album is hunger, and that kind of thing. I mean, there's a lot to write about that's not that good at the moment. It's sort of constant. It's like a sort of waterfall coming over us. So, but I think there's a sort of desire from a lot of people to, and sort of myself, of if you've been told you can't have this for this reason, or you won't be this for this reason, or whatever, to sort of rebel against that. And sort of go back, the band sort of was born out of insecurity, and embracing them. We did this music when not a lot of people liked it, none of our friends anyway, and took my top off because I was embarrassed about my weight, and sort of wrote all these sort of songs about characters that I didn't think people would want to listen about. And so I think, yeah, like you said, we've just sort of stopped, we're very proud of what we've done, and that's about it. Yeah, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
And are the characters you? Are some of them you? As well as some of your observations? Are some of them actually you in disguise?
Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, some of them. I mean, there's a song about a Brazilian bandit who definitely isn't me. Nor I don't think I can sort of find that many similarities into. But I think so. I mean, I think when we perform as well, it's just sort of an exaggerated version of when I perform. When we play live, I just sort of do an exaggerated version myself. And some of these songs are like that. But I think a big thing of the band as well is humour, and I'd hope, especially with that song Cutthroat and stuff, you can find a bit of a funny side to that,
Yeah. Quiet Life's got a different kind of maturity about it. Spartak, which is one of the tracks which you're going to play as well, is about, I believe that's sort of, it's one of your bugbears. It's sort of about, clique-ridden groupthink. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when we were writing that, I remember Sean came up with it, and it was sort of, it got the chorus and then it all came together really quickly. And I know sort of Sean saw it as this Wilco song when he brought it in. And then when we were in the studio and it was that thing of like, oh, what's it about and stuff, and we had the chorus, and I was like, well, okay, it's kind of a bit of sort of like a Pogues thing. It's like a sort of, you know, I'm sort of walking back after a night out, sort of, you know, disgruntled and stuff like that, and talking to myself, which is a thing I've done many times before, so it wasn't that easy to write, it wasn't that hard to write about. But yeah, that's kind of it, you know. I think, again, going back to the thing of we just don't, I don't really have much tolerance for someone who makes anyone feel uncomfortable for what they wear or what they like or you know, and stuff like that. That's sort of where this band was born out of. And so I think this song that song kind of sets its crosshairs on that type of person.
Great variety of sounds and styles within the album, where you can have, you know, a kind of bored teenagers punk rock rants like Nothing Better, which is, you know, got all the paint stripper guitar that you always want from Shame, but you've also got that kind of Axis of Evil, which is, you know, that's slightly more electro based and sounds like a heart monitor, which is about to dysfunction. I don't know, I could go on and
you should
on.
write our bio next time, Steve.
yeah. Just tell me about one more before you play us a track. After Party. What was After Party based on? Because in a way, it's less aggressive than you've been on some tracks previously. It's got a bittersweetness about it, but I don't exactly know where you were coming from.
I mean, neither do I, to be honest with you. I remember we sort of did that, and then it was with that one in particular, I think it's quite funny. I know Sean was wanting to do like an uber pop chorus,
right,
that sort of contrasts the verse. And then with me, I was like, I don't really know what to do. I was just sort of write something that makes myself laugh. And then everyone was like, right, let's record it. And I was like, oh, we're recording that one. Okay. Right. So I think that one's just a kind of comedy, sort of almost a bit of a skit. Kind of thing. It's a bit of a ridiculous song anyway, and so I think if you're going to lean into that, you might as well just go for it.
Bit sexy.
Yeah, and I just like the idea that, you know, in a way, it's sort of it's lightly taking the mickey out of people who think that after show parties are really exciting. And let me tell you.
Well, they are, Steve.
They are. At least ours are.
Let me tell you, in more than 30 years of occasionally going to after show parties, I doubt more than 3 of them have ever lived up to expectations.
I think I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah. And they were all free shame parties.
Yeah. That's it. The album Cutthroat is out in a month's time. It's my favourite album of the year so far. Here's two more songs from it, absolutely live on Six Music. As I say, you can segue these together. I shan't interrupt again.
You can interrupt if you want to.
I may whoop or clap if you like it.
Feel free.
Which one's next? What are you going to do these two in, and what are they?
So we thought for you, Steve, just for you, we'd play you all 3 singles. So we've done Cutthroat, we're going to do Quiet Life, and then we're going to play you an unreleased single that comes out next Wednesday, and that one's called Spartak, but we're going to do Quiet Life and Spartak, so you get all 3 just for you.
The whole set. It's Shame.
Let's hope I can sing them.
Yeah, what can I say? Shame in session for us. Just listening to that, here's the thing. If you ever did decide to do the death metal side project, Sunken Eyes of Scorn is your name.
That's it. I'm calling my tattooist right now.
Also, I do like that. Like, don't climb. What is it? Don't climb onto your
that high horse
because the saddle doesn't fit you. Very good. Having written some of these songs to sound really good live, when are you playing live?
We're going away for 9 weeks, baby. And the album comes out September 5th, and then we're doing some in-stores. We're playing in Liverpool later this month. We're going to be playing in some Rough Trade in-stores, I'm sure. And then we go away all over Europe for 7 weeks, and then we're in the UK for 2, and we're finishing at Kentish Town Forum. Very excited for that one, and that's going to be in November. But yeah, we're getting to go to some of our favourite places, you know, going to Manchester, Glasgow, etc., etc.
And are you all more prepared for going on a biggish type of tour now?
I'd say so, yeah. It has been a while since we've done like a straight 2 month. You can't say that.
No, vitamins.
Yeah.
No, I think we're all in our slightly older age. I think we're all a bit wiser now and know how to look after each other and ourselves on tour. Because sometimes
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? It's looking at each other. It's the chemistry in a tour bus, isn't it? And the understanding of what each other needs, I guess.
Yeah.
Biology in there as well.
Don't ever speak to me.
I don't think they do not disturb signs to put on bunks in tour buses.
And we tried that once, it didn't really work.
Did it not?
No.
Did it not?
I'm going to have a little light up on air one outside of
We go private plane as well, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. The UK dates, I think, start in Manchester. Is Manchester, Glasgow, Bristol, Brighton, and the Kentish Town O2 Forum is November the 20th. Good luck with the album and the dates. Thank you ever so much for
Thank you
coming.
so much
Stephen.
for having us, mate.
Steve.
Cheers.
Cutthroat is out first week of September. That was Shame in Session.